Hey y'all, I'm out here with my winter grazing setup. My pasture's all grazed out. Everything's starting to put out a little bit green. A little bit stuff starting to put out some green in my pasture. I got some clover doing a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and take down this fence and let the guys, a different guy rents this for peanuts. I rent it for cows during the winter. A different guy farmer rents it for peanuts during the crop season. So I'm going to take my fence down, get it out of his way so he can get in here and get his land bottom plow, get his peanuts in. This is how I power it. I don't have any electricity out here, so I have a solar panel that hooks to a battery down here that runs my electric fence. And so I'm about to get all this stuff took up. I got the cows shut off of this, and we're going to clean all this up so they can get here and get ready to plant some peanuts, and we'll ride by and check on the cows. I may need to give them a little bit of hay and get them situated. Here we go. The way I'm going to start this project is I'm going to take this top strand off of some of these poles so I have a little bit of slack, a little bit of room to work because it's pulled tight now. I'm going to take it off the top of these poles, give me a little bit of working room, and then I'm going to come over here and untie this. If I just went to untying this now, when I got down that last wrapper to it, would shoot back and rip through my hands, tear my gloves up. We ain't trying to do all that. So I'm going to get me a little bit of slack to work with, and we'll come over here and untie this and start rolling it up. I walk that out away from the other fence so I can start rolling up without it grab and hold this other fence. It grab it like Velcro and hold on to it. So as I come off, I pull it out here, and I'm going to keep away from that other fence and roll it up. You'll see I got some flagging tape on my wire ever so often. Got a lot of it around there in the corner. The flagging tape is so the deer can see the fence. The cows, they see the fence. They know the fence is there. The deer will come through here at dark or almost dark and not know this fence is here, and they'll run into it and they'll knock it down, and then my cows walk out. So where you got areas of high deer traffic, I put a lot of ribbons on the fence. That way the deer can see that little ribbon flapping in the wind, see that bright color, and know, hey, there's something there. Keep them from running into it. And it works most of the time. I still had deer knock my fence down, but I think that saved me a little bit of work, and I didn't have it knocked down as much as I thought I would have it knocked down. But something you gotta do down here, when you put electric fence up, you gotta hang ribbons on it so the deer can see it. Typically when we roll up the electric fence off of a grazing situation, a temporary grazing situation, I have an old peanut shaker, old peanut digger that we use, and we have a spool on it. We set up here like this, and we cut that PTO on, that spool will suck this wire up and roll it up. But I'm going to re-fence this area next winter, and so I'm going to use this same wire, so I don't want it rolled up on that big spool. I'm just going to hand roll it up and leave it on the first fence post over back there in the corner. That way next year I can just roll it right back around. on some of these corner posts I use these porcelain horseshoes, and on other corner posts I use plastic insulators. When I get to posts with plastic insulators, it's easy to pop the wire out and keep going. Typically they'll be going around the outside of the post, so I can just roll around the outside and keep on going. When I have a scenario where I wanted to use a porcelain insulator, I can't bring that big spool of wire through this hole. So I got my fencing pliers and my E-swing. I'll loosen off these staples right here so I can untie this smooth wire and get this off so I can keep on rolling through. So we got all the wire rolled up. I'm going to take these 2 rolls. I'm going to put them in here on some of my posts. I have a 6-strand fence around my permanent pasture. I run this little flimsy 4-strand over here off my 6-strand just to connect to this temporary fence. I'm going to leave this little flimsy thing up. I'll probably put some more poles in it next year, but it kept the cows in this time. I'm going to hang these wires up on top of these existing posts so they're up off the ground during the rest of the year. And then next year, once the peanuts come out of this field, I'll just pick them up, tie them back on, and roll them back out, get this back ready to graze again. I planted oats out here this year. It is lighter dirt, it's kind of sandy, and oats don't particularly like sand, I found out. I've never noticed it before, but my oats didn't do that well, and I talked to some other cattle farmers around here, and they said the oats prefer the heavier dirt. So I'm not going to plant oats next year. I'm probably going to do a clover mixed with I don't know, grazing turnip. I don't know, I haven't really decided yet, but I'm going to plant something different out here next year. Try to get a little more grazing than what I had this year. It's only about 7.5 acres. It's just some supplemental grazing. I plant a lot of clover in my permanent pasture, and I feed hay out there, and this is just something that I let my cows come on and off as a supplement. So just a little pick-me-up for them, a little extra. But anyway, that's it for winter grazing. Winter grazing is over with. It's warming up outside, and we're heading into summer. Thanks for watching. See y'all next time.